Hi there, this is Lady Shell. I'm here to do a training video for new instructors and for those of you who might be thinking of volunteering to help us teach people how to use Fantasy Grounds at Fantasy Grounds College. I will be going through a few things to get you started with scheduling classes on our events calendar, and then we'll head into the FGC Discord where I'll show you what you would do on the day of your class. Now let's start on the internet. Now you're looking at the main page of our website. I have some tabs up here with the places where I want to go. So I'm going to show you how to get there, but I will not click the buttons to get there. I will just use my tab already available. So what I want you to do is the first thing when you want to do a event. First of all, I will say that you will most likely, after you've decided to fill out our form and say that you want to help us out on the website Discord to teach people how to use Fantasy Grounds, then we will get together with you and talk to you in voice, and we'll discuss some things, and we'll talk about what you expect and talk about what we expect and get things all settled. And then we will give you some different things to help you do your classes. And some of these things, these resources, are going to be templates for the specific classes that you want to teach. If you wanted to run one-shots, I would give you a one-shot template. If you wanted to do character creation, I'll give you a character creation template. You just say what you want to run, I will give you a template. And this is part of this event posting that I'm showing you right here. What you want to do is hover over the events link and then choose my events link and click it. It will take you to this page. Now on this page, we have where we can either add a new event or look at some old events that we already have posted. Now, most likely you're not going to have anything posted if you're a brand new user to Fantasy Grounds College. We will disregard anything underneath this blue button here. The next thing we want to do is click this Add New. And again, I already have it saved in my spot, so you click and I will take you there. This is where you would end up. Add Event. What you want to do first is you want to put your event name in this box. I've already created an event and it will come up if I start to type. And I want to explain a little bit about the coding that's in this. Now in the brackets in the beginning, you see it says D&D 5e. That is because that is a rule set that I'm going to be teaching character creation in. And then character creation, the actual class is named CC 101. So that's what those characters mean. And then character creation, that's pretty easy to figure out. And then we have using Fantasy Grounds Classic. Now, we only teach Fantasy Grounds Classic. We do not teach Fantasy Grounds Unity Beta, and that is because it is a beta program. It is not optimized at this time, and I am taping this on May the 30th, 2020. And when it is finally optimized and finally fully released, we will start to teach things. But basically everything that you learn in Classic is applicable to Unity. If you are using Unity now, or if your players or your students are using Unity, they will need to download the Fantasy Grounds Classic demo in order to take classes in which they log on to your table. The Fantasy Grounds Unity demo will not work on a Classic class. We have our title. Now we're going to have to give it a date, and I'm going to choose a date by clicking in the from, and I'm going to choose in the left-hand box is the month. I'm going to choose June. I'm going to choose June 26th, and then I'm going to give the ending date also being June 26th. Now, the reason I didn't click the right box is because that's the year, and we are not changing the year. A game that's starting on the 26th of June and ending on the 26th of June. Now we have to give it a time. Everything that we post on our website is given in UTC 0 time zone. If you are at a -7 like me, you would deduct 7 hours from any time that you see on our calendar, and that would be the time that it would start where you live. If you're in +2, you add 2 hours to the time that you see on an event. So make sure that you do that so that you know that you're going to be there when the class actually starts. Now I'm going to do my event at 8 o'clock at night, and it's going to go till 10:30 at night. This is UTC. Okay, so 10:30. So 8 to 10:30 UTC, leave that like it is. Do not change it. And then down here is where we're going to use that template that I give you. And I have that template handy right here, and I'm going to paste it in, and you'll see how fast it could be to post an event. Pretty much there is virtually nothing that you need to change here other than if you wanted more or less students than 5, and you definitely want to change the instructor's Discord name because I'm not running your games or your classes for you. I'm going to leave it like this because I'm the one posting it. And it says Classroom 2. I'm going to change this to TBA because I don't know for sure if Classroom 2 is going to be available on the day that I want to hold my class. You could do that, or you could leave it at 2, whatever you want. Now down here, we're going to pick our rule set. Now, if you remember, I set up here in the listing, it is a D&D 5e rule set. So we're going to choose Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, and we're leaving the Fantasy Grounds Classic. We're leaving the class pick. If you were running a game, you'd choose game. And then this event image probably won't show up. I don't believe it shows up because anyone other than an admin add images to their posts. So I don't think that this shows up. Then you're going to want to click on this enable registration for this event, because if you don't, nobody can sign up for your class. Oh, it kept the information from the previous time that I did it. Anyway, spaces. You remember I had 5, and then these 2 boxes will always be 1. When you initially get this, on the first time that you are using this, it's going to default to 10. Make sure if you don't want 10 people in your game or your class to choose the number of people that you want in this box here. And these 2 numbers will always be 1. Down here we have submit event. That is the last part that you would do. Click that. There we go. This is the message that you will get when you submit your event. It says that you have successfully submitted your event and it will be published pending approval. So an admin will take a look at your post and then they will approve it or tell you to change things. Now that we're done on the internet, we're going to go into the Discord. So let's take a look at the Discord. I've got this set up in game room number 2 because I hosted a game here the other day, and I want to show you how you let your players know where you're going to be holding your game or your class. If I was using a class, doing that character creation class, I would be using a classroom. In this example up here, it's because I was doing a game, so I was in game room 2. I go to the internet and I find the people that have signed up to my class, and then you would click their name. If I was trying to get Ninja Vegard, I would type @Ninja and look for their name. And I see the name right here. And then if I click that, I would get the blue link up here like this. So you do this for all the people that are in your game. Sometimes though, people will not register with the same name that they're using in the Discord. So when we go to look for them here with their Discord name, we're looking for the name that when they registered. And if it doesn't match what they're using here, we will get a link that looks like this, Carolina 1. I just made this up. What I would do is I would put the people like this, and then I would have Carolina 1 on here too. It would be up here. And that if Carolina 1 made a name before the game starts or the class starts, they can certainly join. But otherwise, they have not followed the directions and they are going to be probably added to a list. And there's nothing that the teacher is responsible for. When we list our things, we have a disclaimer in there that says that the teacher is not responsible to go hunt down the person's name and find out who they really are, because that's well beyond what a volunteering person should have to do. So if you can't do your name right, you're going to get on the list to have some of the people not show up, and then maybe the game cannot be played. That's why we do this when people sign up for something. And again, there is no such person as Carolina 1. What we do here is after we put the names, the pings, then we will tell when we are meeting. I said we're meeting here in 40 minutes, but the game would actually start at the top of the hour. Now I posted this, I believe it was maybe around 10 o'clock, and the game was going to start at 11 o'clock my time. So I said it was going to start at the top of the hour, but I would like people to be in voice channel. Let's take a look at the voice channel. Each of our game rooms have a corresponding game room voice. You could tell a voice by the speaker that is next to it. So game room 2 gets game room 2 voice. And you go and wait in game room 2 voice for your game to start or your class to start. If we were in a classroom 1, 2, 3, classroom 1, 2, 3. And you wait in there for the class to start, and the instructor will give the alias for you to join the table. Now, I also made a comment that I wanted people here at 40 after rather than the top of the hour. That gives us 20 minutes to go through and make sure everybody's audio works, because sometimes people have problems with audio. So you have to be aware of that too. Now the game's going to start. It's top of the hour, but I would like to make sure everyone has their audio right. Have your headphones charged and Fantasy Ground Classic demo or a licensed copy loaded. I will be giving out the alias closest to the start of the game. Basically, that's what you would tell your players or your students when you were meeting, and please have your headphones charged. Now, when you first sign up with us to help out here, we have some assets like I mentioned previously. Some of those assets are these 5 graphics that I'm showing here. And I like to post these at the beginning of the class so that people can enable their push to talk, figure out where they're supposed to go, know how to log into the game, know how to pick a character, and know how to change the color of the dice. That is what these 5 graphics do. Another thing that we would give our prospective instructors is a link to a survey that we give at the end of the class, and that is this link here. We ask people to fill this out if they would like to. It is not required, but it gives us information on what rule sets you use, what rule sets you want to use, what you like about our Discord, what you don't like about our Discord, and any type of feedback that you want to give us, you could do that in this form. And it is something that is pretty much given at the end of any class or any game when the instructor or DM remembers anyway. That is some of the things for how to ping your students, how to get them to log on to the table. And then I wanted to also talk about, we have a few classes that are given as a screen share. Now, screen share class, the players or the students would not be logging into your game. They're only going to watch your screen. Now, to do a screen share, you would go to the room that you chose with your links up here, and then down at the bottom, I'm in game room 2, but you have to be in a voice channel. I'm going to go in game room 1. Nothing's going on here, so I'm going to choose this room. Now I'm in an active game room, and you see 2 things down at the bottom. You see video and you see screen. Video is if you want the people to see you with your screen, is if you want to show your screen share. And okay, now I'm going to go back to Discord and I am going to click on screen. This is how you would load we call it a go live. It allows you to let people view your screen. And what I do is I go here, it's going to show the active screens that I have. I would like to share my Fantasy Ground screen. If you need to change it, you would change it. It tells you where you are, and then you click this Go Live button. Now we have a Go Live active. This is the view that the players that were in this audio would see. And the way that they would join this would be they would hover over this live symbol, and you can see the little pop-up right there that said Fantasy Grounds just started playing, and it says you're streaming. Well, if it wasn't me, if it was somebody looking at this, they would click on this area, and instead of saying you're streaming, it would say join stream. So that is how you would tell your players or your viewers of your class how to access your stream. When you're done at the end of your class, you click this green button and you click stop streaming, and it ends. So let me get out of the voice channel. I think I told you everything here. I told you about sometimes how people will not have their name right. told you how to ping people. I told you how to do a go live. That is all I need to talk to you about today. I hope that you found this interesting and helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them at the bottom of this video, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.